There are several different ways that you can digitally share your contact information with someone else, but not all of these methods are as secure as you might think. And if you're not careful, you might end up sharing way more information than you intended. Today, I'm going to teach you the best way to share your contact information with someone else. And I'm even going to teach you how to create multiple cards so that you have one for business, one for friends, and one for someone you're just starting to get to know. That's coming up next on Tech Talk America. Hello everyone and welcome to the class. Before we begin, I need to take a quick moment to show you why it's a bad idea to share your contact through the normal method. The fact is, a lot of people store way more information in their personal contact card than they realize. For example, if you have ever trained Siri to know who your relatives are, that relationship data is stored inside your contact card. And if that doesn't make you uncomfortable enough, this should put you over the edge. In the process of making this video, I discovered a bug in the Contacts app which can expose any information that you have stored in the notes section of your own card. Now, I want you to see that bug in action, so at this point, let's switch to my Mac. There is a relatively new setting that I would like to bring to your attention, and you will find that setting here in the Contacts app. So let's go into Preferences and then click on the vCard tab. That new feature is right here where it says Enable Private Me Card. Now I'm going to go back into the Contacts app and make sure that I'm on my own contact card. And then I'm going to click on the Edit button at the bottom. As you can see here, I have a new extra column where I can specify what information will be visible when I share my card with someone else. This feature works for the most part, but as you're about to see, Houston, we have a problem, and that problem is the notes section. I'm now going to enter in some really personal information that I definitely would not want to be visible to others. I'd like to bring to your attention that the share box here is not checked, so anything in this field should not be visible to others. Now I'm going to drag that contact card just onto my desktop, and when I go to open it up in preview, check it out, you can see all of the information in plain sight. So now that you've seen that, I hope you will go into your own contact card, and if you have anything in the notes section, I highly recommend that you move it elsewhere. I realize this is starting to sound like a broken record, but if you do not own a Mac, and if all you own is an iOS device like an iPhone or an iPad, there's a totally different bug that you need to be aware of. You know how just a second ago I showed you how to limit what information is visible when you go to share your contact card from a Mac? Well, guess what? If you don't own a Mac, there is no way for you to access those settings. And before anyone suggested in the comments section, yes, I did already check on iCloud.com, and no, it does not work. But points if you thought of that. Again, I've already reported these bugs to Apple. I hope that they come out with a fix soon, but the good news is there is a workaround. We are going to start by creating a brand new contact card. I'm going to design this particular card to be one that I would give out to friends. So I'll start by adding a casual photo, and then here in the various fields, I'll start to fill in my information like my phone number, a personal email address as opposed to a business email address, maybe a few social media links, and at this point, we're going to open up a Finder window and navigate to iCloud Drive. I'm going to create a new folder by pressing Command-Shift-N, and let's name this folder Contact Cards. I'll now go back to the Contacts app and drag my new contact into that folder. When I do, it turns it into a type of file known as a VCF, or Virtual Contact File. I'm now going to rename this contact card Friends. Now I'll go back into the Contacts app, and this time we're dressing for business. So I'll start by swapping out the image for one that's a bit more professional. Now I'll swap out the other information, like the casual email address with my business email address, change out some of those social media links, and we're good to go. Now, once again, we will drag this contact into iCloud Drive, but this one's gonna get renamed Business. When you're doing this for yourself, you can of course make as many of these as you need and add whatever combinations you want. So you can have some that have phone numbers, some that don't have phone numbers, some that have email addresses, some that don't have email addresses. Customize it however you like. For those of you who do not own a Mac and instead own an iOS device, this process is very similar, so let me quickly walk you through that same process. We're going to start by opening up the Contacts app, and let's tap the plus symbol to create a new contact. When you're done filling out all of the information, you're then going to tap on where it says Share Contact at the very bottom of the screen. Then we'll tap on Save to Files. We can now direct that file to iCloud Drive, but if you're using a different service like Dropbox or Google Drive, you can select those locations. Now that I've got all of my different VCF cards set up, I'm now going to highlight one of them. From here, I will click the Share icon at the top of this window and select where it says Share File. On this next window, we're going to click where it says Copy Link, and then where it says Who Can Access, we're going to change it to Anyone with the link. Under Permissions, we're going to set this to View Only, and then click Share. And at this point, the Mac has just copied that link to the clipboard. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to program a custom shortcut so that you can easily access that link with only a few keystrokes. And to do that, we are going to be using the text replacement feature, one of my favorites. If you're following along at home on your Mac, you're going to go to the Apple icon at the top left and then go into System Preferences. From here, just click on Keyboard and then click on the tab that says Text. For those of you following along on iOS, you can find these settings just by simply using Siri. All you need to do is yell, "Launch keyboard settings." From there, tap on Text Replacement. Now that everyone's on the same page, you will notice that we have two columns, Replace and With. You're going to paste the URL that we just copied into the column called With, and here in the column called Replace, you can create your own shortcut. For me, I decided to use BizCard, all one word, for my business card, and Friend Card, all one word, for my friend card. So now that I have all of those set up, let's see how it works in action. Let's say I'm starting a brand new text message conversation with someone for the very first time. All I need to do is type in my little shortcut into the message field, and it replaces that with the link to my vCard. Then when the person on the other end receives it and taps on it, with one tap, they can add it into their contacts. It's also worth mentioning that one of the great things about this solution is that text replacement syncs via iCloud. So that means all you have to do is set this up on one device, and then you'll be able to use it on all of your Apple devices. Thank you for watching, everyone. This is David A. Cox with Tech Talk America. Class dismissed.